Hello everyone, this is CoolPro195 and welcome to part 22 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy for the PlayStation 4, and we are starting off with the third warp room. We are playing through the third warp room in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back as Coco Bandicoot. And you can see the way like Coco's posing and the way Aku's looking at her and that, little freeze frame that I call the pause menu just there. Yeah, those jokes. Aku sort of looks like he's giving her the death stare there, especially with his, glowing eyes. Which is fucking jokes. But yeah, anyways. Now, starting off with the third warp room as Coco Bandicoot, with level 11 plant food. Of course, just like in level 3 Hang 8. Of course, there's no timer to beat considering we already have the gem, we already have the time gem, which is effectively the yellow gem in this level, or the gold gem as some people call it. Officially, they call it the yellow gem. Well, okay, now that was actually very fortunate, given the fact that, I actually didn't get hit by that plant as I was doing the slide spin jump. Here's something that I actually notice a lot with Coco's model, and I see this a lot in Crash 2 specifically in comparison to Crash 1. Well, I think I saw this in Crash 1 like in a few moments here and there, but okay, that was fucked up. The depth perception really sucks. The way I don't know how I even possibly launched myself into that whirlpool over there, but that was fucked up the way it happened, Then again, the direction isn't exactly on point with this AAA remastered build. I knew that was gonna happen. That nitro crate always had a fucking big ass hitbox. But yeah, anyways, that's that section out of the way, moving on to the bonus round. But yeah, as I was saying, there's like one specific thing that I've noticed about with Coco, and I've noticed this in much greater detail within Crash 2, and that's like how Coco's model is very saturated with, within like level environments, as I've been, previously talking about in the last part. And as you've, clearly seen, and yeah, that TNT explosion earlier on in this bonus round is also no exception, given the fact that, it actually made her hair glow even more. And hell, it's even like glowing now. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, because I see a lot of white in like, the way they made it. I'm not sure if it's like the art direction they went for. Well, I'm not sure if it's like, I know it's obviously based on like the original design, like the original concept art, but at the same time, it's still not that much of a problem. Oh, it's not a problem at all, it's like, it's still like great how they actually managed to implement this. Like, it really like adds a new light to Coco entirely. The way like she blends in with the scenery and everything. Oh wow, this is a piss easy level and I don't know how that got stuck there. And yeah, ironically I'm not using the speed shoes that much, even though I don't really need to, so there's that. But yeah, this is a relatively easy level, to say the least. Especially the way she, dived out of that portal. Like, you could even see her hair glowing there. It's really interesting. It's an interesting aspect that, I actually taken the interest in this, like, character model. But yeah, anyways, moving on to level 12 sooner or later. I mean, I know sometimes there's not a lot to say, so yeah, I'm actually trying to make up for partial dead air, so bear with me. Well, it's not really dead, it's just sometimes I feel like I could be saying a lot more. But sometimes, you know, if there's nothing to say, like, you can't force it. Whoa, that was really close there. I almost actually lost my Aku mask, given the fact that, you know, I spun 3 times in order to actually, you know, activate that. And while that Nitro Crate actually pushed that Wumpa Fruit Lake above, the way the Wumpa Fruit Lake ricocheted from the way that Nitro Crate hopped and launched the Wumpa Fruit, the Nitro Crate and that regular crate that was on top of it. Okay, and that's that Aku mask collected. But yeah, I will be returning to this death path for the showcase purpose of covering more ground. For covering all the ground in the game anyway, which, you know, isn't a problem at all, and especially since this playthrough is gonna be a breeze. And whoa, like, I almost got hit by that enemy's hitbox there, considering, you know, I jumped fairly late. You know, in the enemy's cycle, like, it was that close to Coco, she was that close to the enemy. And yeah, now moving on to the suit level bonus rounds again, where you still, Coco seems to be more like, her hair seems to be more like earthy. Yeah, you notice, like, the color saturation's more in her hair, considering it's like the brightest part of her character model. I mean, yellow is obviously the brightest color out of all of them, apart from the pink scrunchie in her hair and her laptop and her shoes, but you know, the hair is obviously more noticeable given the fact that she has, you know, more, considering like there's much more of it in comparison to the rest. But yeah, and with that being done, that was actually a very piss-easy bonus round, to say the least, with no problem, surprisingly, considering the piss takes I dealt with. This bonus round does crash in this Let's Play of the Tripler Remastered build. But yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna wait for the invincibility of that mask. Yeah, I'll just wait for this to wear off, so then I can use the invincibility of this mask, and then I can just go back and activate the death path. I can just dash back, run back like a boss, and get to the death path as quick as I can. Although it's like piss easy sections here anyway. Yeah, that was very wise of me to wait, not to lose any Aku masks. No risk of death in the death path, huh? Like, killing the purpose of, you know, this area's name over here. Whoa, okay. Surprisingly, that was actually, you know, positioned and timed well, given the way it plays. Whoa, okay, that was very fortunate. Okay, I'm actually partially surprised of what's going on here. I don't know what's going on right now, but my performance as Coco is actually really good in comparison to Crash 1. I don't know, maybe this Let's Play has taken some sort of fucking miracle pill or some shit, but if it is, you know, I'd love to have more of those miracle pills. It would really help out a lot for the Let's Play. But you know, considering, you know, I'm actually playing through this in a calm mindset at the same time, that's sort of partially helping it out. And more invincibility, what do you know? And yeah, potentially exactly how I could have played through this level as Crash initially in the Let's Play, as I was getting all the collectibles, but it figures that, you know, I'd play as Coco. It figures that, you know, it would play this smooth when I play as Coco. I think maybe it's because the game knows that I'm playing as Coco, so... And given, you know, how hard like it is to land in certain places as Coco, given her, you know, rushed model design, her programming is slightly different to Crash, making it harder. I don't know, maybe it's like a pity thing that, you know, this AAA remastered build is giving, but, you know, it is what it is. But whatever the fuck it is, I'm taking it. But yeah, anyways, of course we can't go into level 13 bare down, as you're about to see. So yeah, bottom line is we can't enter any of the polar stages, as also seen in the previous part of this Let's Play. Just like Crash can't enter the pure levels, now Coco can't enter, you know, the hog riding levels in Crash 1. And how Crash can't enter the pure riding levels in Crash 3. But anyways, different subjects for different parts. Now moving on to level 14 Road to Ruin, which is the last level Coco can access, given there's no, you know, Crash Bandicoot exclusive related like scenarios going on that, you know, they've designated specifically for Crash. So let's jump right into level 14 Road to Ruin. Okay, now we're in level 14 Road to Ruin, and yeah, I will cover the secret area, like the secret entrance, which by the way we can't access, but I will cover, so I'll cover the death path instead of the main level within this part of the Coco Bandicoot playthrough. And also considering I can't access, you know, level 13 bear down, it goes without saying that I'm obviously not going to be able to, you know, take myself directly from the 3rd warp room to the 6th secret warp room by entering that, you know, secret hidden portal exit from level 13 bear down that opens that secret entrance portal for level, you know, for level, for level 7 air crash. I actually can't believe I forgot the name of the level just there. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, I figured I'd just go here for the sake of collecting more. And just like playing it safe a bit. I know I could have gone on this already, but you know, just so it's not too long and not too short. But yeah, these parts are not gonna be too long, which is actually a good thing. Okay, spun away valuable womp fruit, but it don't matter. Back to the Donkey Kong reference. And I see like the light sort of dimming on Coco now. I mean, it's sort of like giving the same sort of effect as in that same sort of earthy effect as it is for Coco. Whoa, that was a very close call. That was almost a shortcoming there. I kind of nearly like died given the fact that, you know, I spun just in time as that log approached the platform. I piss easily could have lost an Akwaku mask and it all could have gone tits up. But thank fuck it didn't. So yeah, that was very fortunate. Now moving on, with that death path very piss easily completed. And of course, I'll enter the bonus round for, you know, the fun of replayability, even though I'll be playing it again anyway through when I go through that area, that secret area. Well, when I enter this level through the secret entrance area anyway. It really is nice listening to this music as well. Like the Crash 2 music especially, it's great how they were originally and how they were remastered. Well, and I just about made that as well, which is actually, you know, a really sick stunt. It's something that, it's good, but you know, Crash 2 like introduced these two moves, the sliding technique and the body slamming technique, and it's nice how Coco has like a double leg drop technique. It's interesting how like they changed it from, you know, a leg drop technique. Okay, that was a little piss take, but not much of a piss take. But still, that was bullshit in a way, given the fact that, you know, it was so close. Well, it wasn't that close, but at the same time, you know, hitbox logic, what can you do? But yeah, anyways, that's this level finally complete, which was actually such a breeze. Okay, so now that's the last level actually complete for this area. And as I've mentioned before, we won't be able to enter this level as Coco, as you're gonna see right now. And as you've seen, Coco can also not enter this level, considering this level 15 Unbearable happens to have a polar dashing section. So yeah, that explains why, even though it's a platforming level, ironically Coco can't enter it. So yeah, that's a little bit of a disappointment for some of you Coco Bandicoot enthusiasts over there, but to compensate, even though we can't access, you know, the level 7 air crash secret entrance from there down as Coco either, we can still go down, and thankfully we can still, since this is the AAA remastered build, we can still go to the 6th secret warp room within the middle platform. And yeah, by the way, also it goes without saying, but the fact that Coco cannot enter level 15 Unbearable also means that she can't get directly to the 6th secret warp room and, you know, unlock level 26 Totally Bear, which is also another level she can't access. It seems as though Vicarious Visions have created a little paradox for Coco there, but you know, anyways, just for a bit of compensation, we're gonna have to go down in order to, you know, to the 6th warp room in order to enter the secret entrance of level 7 air crash. And again, the way Coco's model shines whenever you go down, it looks really sick. Like the way she shines whenever you go down. And yeah, I accessed this in the previous part, considering I was warped to directly from level 7 air crash, which is this level, so now going into the level 7 air crash secret entrance through this portal in the 6th secret warp room. Okay, so here we are in the 6th secret warp room entrance for level 7 air crash. And yeah, some of you may have clocked that as soon as you enter this you hear like the original level music, and then it just fades into the death path music. I don't know, maybe that's a bug that they forgot to fix, but then again, you know, it's something we can't help. Okay, but yeah, I was partially predicting that that was gonna happen, so yeah. I mean, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot over here right now, but yeah. Well, I'll at least try and get that last life. It doesn't matter how it goes anyway. Okay, so considering I got them all and it's easy to get lives back anyway, I'm really not going to waste any more time, or even lives for that matter, just trying to make it like over there back and forth perfectly through those 3 crates. Even though it's much easier to do that in the originals, and I managed to do it as Crash but not as Coco, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. It's not really that mandatory to do, and it's not even, you know, that much of an achievement anyway, so it's fair enough. It's not really any ground to cover, to be honest, but it's fun to do. But anyways, now back to the main level, where we actually, you know, play fully through the main level this time instead of going to the death path. But yeah, it's nice revisiting this level as well, so yeah, we're also revisiting levels as Coco. But yeah, I'm also partially, the reason why I'm playing like this is also because I'm partially conforming to how, you know, I would originally play the game as Crash. So in a way it's also like sort of covering all this ground in order to retrace like my steps as Crash, in a way. Like, it's fun for showcase purposes. And you know, it's another way of making my Let's Play unique as well. Even though some people would see it as pointless and like be against it and shit. Whereas, I couldn't give less of a fuck. More power to you if it's a waste of time to you, more power to you. But it's my Let's Play, I run this shit how I wanna run it. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to slide jump over there, which is really cool. It's nice how you can easily slide jump over to that other, you know, the other end of the bridge. Well, not even the bridge, but the other end of the area like you can in the original. And yeah, as you can see, that death path is outlined, considering, you know, I've already died previously in the level, but that doesn't matter because we've already covered the death path in the previous part as Coco, so it's not a disappointment at all. Otherwise, it would be a completely different story. And yeah, that was a piss take. That should not have happened. Losing my Aku Aku mask to a plant. Whoa, okay. Fuckery strikes back, huh? Ironically, that's what some people would refer this AAA remastered build of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back to as. But nevertheless, I made it through that part, like, relatively easy, and this is the last thing we do in this part anyway, so it's a nice little easy section where we get to do, and whoa, wow, do you see that? Like, I landed on top of the gate and the water animation still played. It still played, wow, okay. I don't know how I died from those metal piranhas there, which is absolute complete and utter fuckery. That was a total piss take to say the least, but yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, the way she landed, the way that animation, that water animation played, even though like, I landed on top of a fence, like, it is quite funny how that happened. Okay, that time it didn't happen, but the previous time it did happen. There we go. That's piss easy enough. And of course, as usual, after completing level 7 air crash, even from entering the 6th secret warp room, you still come back from it through the main entrance within, the second warp room. And yeah, of course we can't face Tiny, hence it's a boss fight, and Coco can't access Crash 1 and 2 boss fights within Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. Given the fact that she's not even playable. She wasn't even made to be a playable character in Crash 1 and 2 anyway, and was only introduced in Crash 2 to begin with. It's how they made it. And interesting how, this change of scenery also gives a change of light on Coco's character model at the same time. So yeah, that really does make Coco, an interesting character to play as. Even though her model was rushed, she looks great visually. As a character model, the design work was awesome. Especially for the animations, making it all unique. I don't know what some people are talking about when they say it's just a reskin. It's way more than a reskin. You're looking at a completely different character model here altogether. But yeah, anyways, that's officially part 22 coming to an end. And in the next part, we'll be playing through the 4th warp room in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back as Coco Bandicoot. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Feel free and be sure to subscribe, like or rate, however you want to put it, or drop a comment below to leave constructive feedback if you possibly can, and or share it around with your friends and family, whoever they may be. See you lot in part 23 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy for the PS4, or another video for some other project on this channel, whenever it may happen. Laters everyone, peace out.